Welcome to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast. We are so grateful that you are tuning in with us right now. My name is Frenchaire-Gardner. I am the host and creator of the podcast. We love your reviews. Thank you so much for reviewing the podcast. Go ahead on and review the podcast and rate the podcast wherever you're tuning in. We have a dynamic business spotlight to speak with today. His name is babakenamen. We did have some connection issues with the episode, so we did have to split it up. But stay tuned. Thank you.
BNUs LLC.
Ride with me. Thank you so much for tuning in to a News You Can Use podcast. Wherever you are tuning in, please leave us a review and a rating. It helps us so much to be discovered by others like yourselves. So if this episode resonated with you, leave us a review and a rating wherever you're listening. Share the podcast with 5 other people. Thank you so much.
Do you want to bring balance to all the wireless radiation fields in your life, including 5G? The Omnia Radiation Balancer is a small sticker you can stick on any device. It changes the state of the field and creates a new resonance between the wireless radiation and your energy field. On the link below, you'll see all our testing results that show how the body responds excellently once you've made this change in your life. Plus, you can enter the discount code BBE in capital letters for a 10% discount. It's easy to bring balance back to your body with the Omnia Radiation Balancer.
Hello.
Yes, greetings, Salon.
Welcome,
Long time
welcome.
coming, huh?
Yes, sir. Welcome to a News You Can Use podcast. And I'm so grateful to have you, babakenamen.
Oh, I'm thankful to be here, sister. You know, every time I talk to you, I have problems dating how long it is since we first met. I remember I think it was a Better Family Life event, but you know, man, I don't know, 10 years ago, 15.
I don't know if it's been that long. I've been back in Dallas since 2019.
Okay.
So I know it was probably maybe like 2017, 16-ish.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word for it, but I was thinking 13, 14. At any rate, though, I'm happy to support you. You know, I'm happy to be here today. Definitely want to be part of the brigade of like entrepreneurs, artists, and people who are like moving towards, you know, grasping a hold of their destiny, fate, and life in these so-called perilous times, you know.
Yes, sir. So I just want to give the introduction, the proper introduction. Again, welcome to a News You Can Use podcast. My name is Frenchaire-Gardner. And want to introduce babakenamen. He is a collage of father, musician, poet, writer, art teacher, wearable art designer, world traveler, and street preacher. His poetry prose addresses the decline and decay of the ways and means and mores of the people of today. His clothing and wearable art designs awaken Aboriginal spirits that reacquaint and remind us of our truth, our earth tone, and our roots. His music exudes the love that wants expression in the midst of all this urban decay and violent aggression. He is a Pisces who has only recently made peace with the fact that we are now in the age of Aquarius. In his typical week, he bounced from project to project like fish out of water, desperately seeking a place to swim, explore, create, live. He has found freedom, if only temporary, through writing, reciting poetry, creating art, playing guitar, drum, or any other instrument around, and basking in the glow of family love and life. He is that he is, and that he is babakenamen. Oh, welcome to the show, Baba Ken. Do tell us who you are. Give us some historical background of who you are, where you're from, where you at. You still there with me?
St. Louis dropping, popping, popping, popping.
Black bodies on the line. Let the creator elevate your mind.
New hits like this, like this.
But three, you're out, no mistake. That's the way the pitch break. My old man, sleeping in his
The Redemption Song by the V.
sometimes grumbling and complaining, but always keeping on. A garden of fragrant flowers. Then you, woman child,
Last poet, you know it.
flowering garden of my heart, and my heart open to you.
Pick it up at your local neighborhood stores.
Flowing out.
Yes, sir. Let's get the party started. We ready this time.
All right, yeah, we've been having some technical difficulties, but it's all good. We ready to get this party started. So, I read your artist statement, but I'd like for you to give us some historical background information about who you are, and tell us where you're from and where you at.
Okay, so my name is Kenamen Bettis. I am from Mobile, Alabama. Right now, I am in New Orleans, and this is probably around my probably 275th or maybe 300th festival, show, workshop, or something like that. Since I've been about 25 years old, I've been a cultural artist and merchant, and I've been traveling, living, and loving what I'm seeing. Uh, as far as the people I've met, and loving what I'm seeing as far as the planet Earth. We still have a beautiful planet. The problems certain people are bringing.
Yes. So tell us what you do. Like, what is it that your business consists of,
Okay,
and the
so
name of it, and all that jazz.
absolutely. Right now, I'm working with a couple of companies. One is called Mineral Deposit. This is a company. I'm based out of Atlanta. I'm doing work there, and a partner, the ever so beautiful and lively Nan Tahita Tupac L, and we sell shea butter, Palo Santo incense oils, and I might say some of the world's best oils too. We only deal in really quality body oils. We also sell my line of custom cultural artifacts, adornments. Some people call them jewelry. I call them artifacts, finery. Um, I also too am getting back into design as well. I work here in New Orleans. I'm working out of a store called Copper Bamboo. We're at 3351 Cable Drive on the West Bank, and we're also in Riverwalk Mall in downtown New Orleans, Louisiana. I also work out of Naps at 1224 Washington Avenue in St. Louis. You can find some of my things in Afro Blue in St. Louis as well. Downtown is St. Louis as well. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I am a writer, workshop developer, retreat facilitator. And one more piece of information: I am a partner with a space in what we know as Hot Springs, Arkansas, but we call it Washita Mountain, and we take people on crystal digging excursions there. We show people how to earth while we're there on this crystal core mountain, which is the largest crystal core mountain in the Western Hemisphere. And they have hot springs. There's 47 hot springs there. So we teach people the importance of gathering fresh mineral water to drink and to bathe in whenever possible as well. So that's just a snippet or a snapshot of the things that I do. But those will suffice for now.
That is powerful. So how did you come to develop these desires to be in these industries? Like how did you where did you start?
I got to give credit to my I guess would be my mother's uncle, Warren Kilpatrick out of Jackson, Alabama. He was a serial entrepreneur in those small town. He had a taxi cab company, a confectionery at the house. His brother Curtis had a funeral parlor. And it just, I just grew up around entrepreneurs in the summers, and I don't know, I feel like it's genetic. I've been a hustler slash businessman, my entire life. And I think the traveling that we did, my father was a career military man. So the traveling that I did with him, I actually went to three different high schools. Um, I don't know how many cities we lived in, more than 10 over the course of my first grade, well, birth through 18 years of age. But so the combination of traveling and getting out and doing things creates a sense of social courage, if you must. And I really think that that's one of the biggest things that you need to be successful in business. You have to be able to with people. You have to be warm and build rapport. But more importantly, you have to know how to deal with difficult. So I've mastered the craft of doing those three things. And as a result, it's led me to try many different businesses and entrepreneurial feats.
All right. I love that. Well,
Hmm.
I own a piece of your jewelry. I love it. I get lots of compliments every time I wear it. It's a gold Africa and blinged out with crystals and the line of Judah is on there and it's pretty hard.
Yes.
I rock it and it's pretty
Give
hard.
thanks. Give thanks, sis.
Yeah. So, just tell us more, about your, perspective. You have a different, several different businesses. So, tell us, how you going forward, with us. How can we support you in the businesses that you have told us about?
Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna I'll share all of my links. But if you were I could definitely make some custom cultural clothing or jewelry for you. If you're interested in spiritual counseling and advisement, I can help you along those lines. If you're looking to plan a perfect getaway, with your beloved, that might involve, a trip to the beautiful hot springs and stay at our beautiful property we've curated there. We've got crystals all over, got some quality bedding and things in there, and we can take you and your honey bunch up on the Crystal Mountain or earthing. We can take you hiking in the Hot Springs National Forest or Washita National Forest. Um, I'm also a pyramid hunter and mound hunter. I spend a lot of free time going out to pyramids and mounds, and I like to do that for the family as well because I think ultimately successful in the perilous times we face or finding peace of mind is really going to revolve around people getting out of the hood and back into the woods, learn how to plant a few things and learning how to just be natural, be calm, and be in the midst of nature. Because living in the city it has its pitfalls, has its problems and anomalies. And so I'm just basically your go-to guy when you're ready to find yourself, when you're ready to do what you want to do for yourself. I help people find and align with their purpose. And I just try to fulfill the role of Baba.
I love that. I love that because ultimately, to me, finding one's peace of mind in the midst of a day or in the midst of this life is really not only a powerful thing but just really integral.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that a lot of times people think they're looking for love, but I really believe that what human beings are looking for is peace of mind. And if you figure out ways
Mm,
to keep yourself at, be grateful, be thankful, and then your electromagnetic self is able to attract, that type of energy to you. But if you're chaotic, you're worried about things. If you're a worrier instead of a warrior, are running around, using your vocal cord to describe scenarios or arguing with people, something that's not what you're looking for. What you want to do is establish a ritual, a routine in life that allows you to find your perfect place, your perfect peace, your perfect center, your perfect calm. And when you find that space, you find self love. And once you truly self love yourself, then you can find someone that loves you. And I also just want to take a time to just pitch an idea I've been working with people, a lot of my clients and folks on is I really recommend people set up a marital ceremony with yourself where you make vows and make sacred admonitions to yourself, because the only way to be successful or to attract someone else to marry is to marry yourself first. And the only way to marry yourself is to have respect and love for yourself.
that's the truth. That's the truth. I like that.
Give thanks.
I'm gonna have to talk to you about that. I like that. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful. And
Yes.
that's true. That I think the saying or what I always hear or would say is that you have to. The only way you're able to love someone else is to be able to love yourself first, because that's how you understand what love is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell
That's
us
it.
more about these retreats though, and these hot springs, man. Is this now where'd you say the hot springs are?
They're in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We've had about 7 or 8 folks take us up on them in over the last couple of months. We recently acquired the place. It's myself, my partner Tahita Tupac L, and my brother Nuri Medina, who's a longtime vending friend of mine. And he invited me to the opportunity. We had, like I said, it's a lovely 3-bedroom home. Got um, facilities for you to clean your crystals. We've got the backyard set up nice. We've also built a sweat lodge in the back. And we usually do our
Mm,
retreats and rituals around new moons and full moons. But I
right.
would like to start servicing people on their birthdays, on their galactic signature, and just all around, um, you know, helping people to set up different I- personal rituals that help us to align, refine, be one with our purpose and one with our true self. So we sponsor those regularly. If you want to bring your family, if you just want to do a duet, if you want to bring your whole family, however you want to do it, we can custom make and tailor make a plan just for you.
I love that. So tell us more about your writings and your poetry.
Um,
Do you do like shows or what?
I used to back in the day. You know how to say back in the day. I worked with organizations. I was very excited about poetry um, in the 80s and 90s. And I can, I turned 60 this year, so there's a little bit of a lament in my voice when I think about that, because for me, poetry is a very therapeutic, relaxing, and healing. So for me, it's a way to either get things off my chest or to say the things that I want to say and in rhythm to the universe or an intended, audience, or, to myself. And I actually have I refer to poems as poe emanations. as you know, are sound vibrations that heavens, whereas things that are generated on Earth. So I think that poems, depending on the space that the person is coming from, my personal works, they all come from the part of me that resides in heaven, especially as of late. Now, mind you, when I was younger, I definitely got some um, tribe, type poetry. But for the most part now, I done myself a modern day scripturalist. Done myself a modern day literaturist. I like my vocal cords, my lips to bring new words and new concepts. And I just feel that poetry is a form of rhythmic meditation. It improves your writing skills, and I really think that everybody should really entertain and develop their poetic sense. They should develop a sense of writing prose, poetry, haikus, rhymes, because we are a rhythm people, we are a rhyme people, and we're reasoning people. And poetry it just means a lot to me. But I'm also working on a few books as well. One of them is going to be titled Baba in the Hood, and I'll just talk about all the different um, observations and I prayerfully revelations and wisdom things that I can share with people. Life hacks they can get more quality of life. And more importantly than anything else, I'm about spreading the good news about who we are as a people, and that's why I was willing to come on to your show, because I've always been a fan of yours, sis. I love your spirit, I love your spunk, I love your drive, and you and I kind of connected on that. People that's outside of getting together, but I just want you to keep on going. I love the way you got into, shifted into the podcasting and things like that. So big
I
respect to being
appreciate that.
LLC, and I just look forward to continually working with you and other entrepreneurs, because I really feel like that's our future. Uh, it's like the solidarity and the unified. Um, we
Right.
That's the only way we can like really win at this point. So entrepreneur ain't gonna get it. You got to get with a conglomerate. We got to build big businesses to handle the business of supplying our people's needs.
That is the truth. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'm totally agree with you on that. Ujima,
Mm-hmm.
cooperative economics, um, is where it's at. I totally
Mm-hmm.
agree with you on that.
Oh, sure.
Um, well, what else you want to tell us about? Where you coming from on your different entrepreneurial feats?
Well, thank you for asking that. I actually just recently really came to understanding that it's really time for me personally to get out of Dodge.
Mm,
I think that the situation, the Ukraine crisis, and the subsequent forming of the alliance between Russia, China, India, I think Brazil, a few other countries in there, Arabia. What they essentially did was they removed the dollar as the standard currency for those oil transactions. And as a result, and I'd like to go on the record here, by the time this quote unquote calendar year comes to a close, the American lives that we were living will never be the same again. We're about to experience something similar to COVID. Um, Excuse me for saying that word, but we're about to experience, some changes that are right in line with how that was. But I just want to caution everybody that I did a little research, and because of COVID, we ended up with 38% more business. Because of COVID, we ended up going to school a little bit more. And more than anything else, because of COVID, which, by the way, I see as an anagram for create our vision in detail 19 times and watch as it moves from your mind to this realm. But I think the most important thing that happened with us with COVID is that we spent some time with one another.
Yeah.
I really look forward to the quote unquote shifting, the upshifting of the economy or the crashing of the call it. I'm ready for this to happen because we've got to come back home. We've got to get our children back home. We've got to get our children back in our care. I'm a homeschool advocate and supporter, and I am predicting and prophesying that by the time 25 gets here, there's going to be an overwhelming class of people that decide to teach their own children what they need to know. School hasn't even been here on the planet that long. Unfortunately, in this country, school is a colonial tool and it's used to usurp wiser ones of us, the academically inclined of us. It's designed to usurp even us into, being minions, being peasants, and being petty and having low self-esteem about our responsibility to heal, fix our community and the land. So I'm encouraging everyone. This is a time for self-education, self-learning, self-direction, self-respect, self-motivation. Get into yourself. The walls on pyramid and know thyself. The only way to know thyself is to study to show thyself approved. Family, let's get it. Don't worry. Just go inside as far as you can of yourself and come out swinging like a warrior, and you'll make it.
Ashe. Wow. That's deep.
I give thanks, sis.
No, really. That's really true though. You do have to introspect, and it just, it's really. I appreciate the message, and it speaks to me personally, cause I've been so external, and so I need to come back, bring it back in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I. Well, I just want to like once take a minute too, Frenchaire, to just give you your flowers outside of yourself. Sister, you're an inspirational being. Um, just specifically on the a lot of times you just don't know how you're motivating people, but you're one of the first people, um, one of the first folks I know with a brain that jumped out there. You jumped out there. You learned Anchor. You learned Spotify. You learned the platforms, and you've been showing your consistency. And what I like about you too is you're a humble queen, um, um, and you constantly moving and working. And I'm just inspired by your drive and your determination. So I just want to take a moment to, just to tell you, in your listeners' ears, thank you for what you do. Thank you for the years of friendship that we've had. You're one of the coolest people I know. And just keep on doing your work, sis. And for everybody out there, everybody, lift your head up, keep your head to the sky. You podcast um, all this information. It's time for us to turn and transfer all the knowledge we have into wisdom, and to do something with it, family. Let's do something to spread the word. Let's be inspirational to others. Let's be inspirational to ourselves, and let's get back to our former glory for real, for real. I know everybody out there is class citizen. I know you're tired of complaining about all kind of things that you can actually do something about. There's nothing you can complain about that you can't do something. To remind people of that, and I want people to focus on the fact that we as Africans in America, as Aboriginals, as Indigenous, as Native people, man, we are so creative, so resourceful, and so resilient. Everybody to know that slavery is white history. Resilience, growth, um, powerfulness, spiritedness, soulfulness, love. That's us. That's our story, y'all. Use your imagination starting this moment to build the life, the vibe, the feelings that you have for yourself in clear colors and clear sound, and live out your best life. You're gonna make it. Those of us that tune into ourselves deeply, strongly, religiously, spiritually, soulfully, those are the ones of us that are going to make it. Everyone, brace yourself for some changing times, for things to come out. I'm not coming with a spirit or message of doom. I'm coming with resilience. There's going to be a lot of people that panic and lose their way just because the little fake money system that we're using collapses. You don't need money to live, family. What you need is food, water, and love.
Ashe. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you and what you said, because um ultimately that's one of my goals for being me and be doing the business. How I do it is to inspire and motivate, because I know who I am and where I've been and what my story is. And so I know that if I've been through such tough things and have come through the fire strong, stronger and wiser. So if I can do it, then I'm definitely motivated to share that my story and to inspire and motivate somebody else to keep going, because we can make it. There is another side of this.
Hmm. Absolutely. I recommend everybody get a copy of George Frazier's book, Success Runs in Our Race.
Success runs in our race. Up as to look it up.
Uh-huh. Just the title alone. And I think it's you can even get it as like a it might be a free audio book now just on YouTube. I recommend Success Runs in Our Race. And then other than that, I recommend that people get into practicing, writing. Write letters to yourself, write letters to your loved ones, write memos to yourself, you know, write poetry to yourself. I know it sounds a little like, I know I'm going in hard on this self love thing, but I'm really getting a lot of messages these days about nourishing and nurturing yourself, with your words, with your self speak and stuff like that. That's the only way you're going to be able to combat this multi-dimensional, multi, um, facet attacks that they're making on us. But remember, no weapon, legislation, or virus formed against us shall prosper. No legislation or virus formed against us shall prosper. We're the archetype of God and Goddess on the earth. Stand firm, family. You can't kill God. You can't kill the Goddess. You can kill roaches. You can't take us out. Can't be taken out. The earth can't be taken out. Everyone take heed and watch as the world, the planet, Mother Earth is actually beginning to fight back these industrial fools who think that they're, progressing things. Mother Nature is going to handle this. The question for us is, are we going to get to the places we need to get to and be where we need to be outside of the cities to watch as this thing, to a crisp? Get out, family. I recommend Mexico. I recommend Costa Rica. I recommend certain countries in Africa. I recommend you go where your heart and your dreams are telling you to go. Just get to a place in a rural setting with a water source and some food and start planting you some food. Let's go back to the natural ways, because these cities are nothing but big shanker sores on the lip earth, on the surface of the earth. Get out of the cities, fam. These things are no good. Stop eating processed food. Eat as much fruit as you can. Eat as much vegetables as you can. Do as much fresh squeezed juice as you can. And drink as much well water, not all this stuff, or tap water. God, no, don't drink tap water. But we got to get way more fresh, real mineral water inside of our being. And I just want to end by saying, family, you don't have to work 40 hours a week. Let it go.
Mm, interesting. That's a lot to muddle over.
You came.
Uh,
You didn't come here. Work. You came in.
no, I feel that. I feel that. I felt my most
Yes,
free
indeed.
when I was in St. Louis. I owned a property, a multifamily property on Wales, and I didn't have a job, and I wasn't tied to a job. I was just, being a landlord and just making away. And that year and a half was the best year and a half I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Working jobs is just not the best way. Even
I
that's I have one, but it's just like, wow,
yeah.
it's a time suck.
You know, I don't offer this as a medical claim or anything, but I believe that jobs, especially a stinking job, is actually the source of high blood pressure and cancer.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? I mean, I would love for somebody to talk me off the ledge, but I know the way I feel when that time I've been on stinking jobs, and I just kind of I really enjoyed the entrepreneurship realm so freely, so much that even times when things are lean, I'm so thankful to be at a point in my life where when things get lean, I don't go running back to the plantation trying to make something happen. And I pray that I'm being inspirational to people. I'm not telling anybody to quit your job before it's time, but I am telling you, get a plan, get a vision, get a mission in your mind, and let those dollars that you earn go towards your goals, dreams, and ambitions. Stop wasting your money on perishable goods. Get out of that. You don't, don't drink your life away, and don't eat your life. You know what I'm saying? How much you spend on your food and drink is a determining factor of how much you have left to invest in yourself. So, like I said, and by the way, I just want to point out that mineral water that you can get in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Hmm.
You can get the mineral water for free. It comes out of a spigot downtown for free. I think they might have two locations where you can get it. I also get my water from Mr. George High, and when I'm in the Atlanta area, I get it from Cedars Farm. It costs 25 cents a gallon. They're pulling that water from 4,000 feet below the earth. And I'm here right now. I've been in New Orleans kind of a little too long because I'm out of my well water, and I don't even feel like I'm getting nourishment or I'm not getting hydrated when I drink bottled water anymore. So I'm just saying, family, simple. Some of the things we have to do to fix our life are simple. Get mineral water. You know, recognize that you're better off fasting than eating. And when you sleep at night, learn how to rest in peace and live your life to the fullest. You see, you got to rest. You got to get rest, get good water, and eat properly. These are your jobs. These are the simple mechanics and modus operandi for a successful spiritual life. Let's just stop making it seem like it's hard. It's not. It's simple. Get some rest. You know what I'm saying? Eat right, drink right. And I might also add speak right. I do believe that our lives, French here, are I think are the sum result of every word, every syllable we've ever uttered. Our life is a reflection of that. So watch your mouth.
Well, huh,
Hmm.
you sure right about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely what you think, say, manifests itself.
Mm-hmm. For
It's in
better or
your
for worse.
reality.
For better or for worse. I'll close
I
that
do.
segment. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
I do want to ask you this question seriously. Um, Not that anything else that we said has been serious, but like, my question though is, with all that you do as a serial entrepreneur, how do you find the balance between work and just personal life? How do you find the balance? Or what do you do to create the balance for it?
Thank you for asking me that, because I've been this some years. It's really I don't think that we find balance. I think balance finds us. And what happens is that when you're I can only speak to the motivation. What it is, things are a little different for me now. But man, when I was young, when I was first getting started, when my family was growing, when you have like stair step kids, people be looking at you like you crazy by the time you get to kid number 3. But the thing is, my
right.
actually find I kicked in my self motivation matrix. The scripture says that a righteous man nor would it see said a industrious, intelligent man who uses his hands to and when walks towards his purpose, you would never beg for bread, nor will you seed. It's been my story. So I kind of I came out of the retail background. I was managing Foot Lockers. And yeah, everybody who knows me, go and get your jokes in. Yeah, I wore the black and white striped shirt. And I was working long hours, 50 and 60
Yeah.
hours. I just knew that wasn't for me. Although entrepreneur where I'll work more than 60 hours a week. The real deal is 2 things. You get to control your time. To cut right. As we all know that it's not a perfect world we live out here. And there's always going to be people that test you, especially when you're doing right. You're going to get tested. You're going to be tempted to see if you can fall off. But I just want to remind people that you just don't. Entrepreneurship offers you the option to live your life on your terms, specifically your time management, and specifically how you interact and deal with people. So, you know, I believe that we should live artfully. I refer to myself as the entrepreneur, and I work to infuse and beautiful in my living, in my life. I like to see things as beautiful. I like to make things beautiful if they're not, and and as a result of that, I've been living a really great life. I've had some ups and downs, but I still consider it beautiful. And unlike a lot of people, if I had an opportunity to come back to Earth again, I would. I don't. It doesn't leave a bad taste in my mouth being here. I feel like I've overcome. Yeah, a lot of problems and stuff. And most people do. I really look at Black people. I think that fear is overrated. I watch people overcome their fears every day. So be
Right.
one of those people. Step out on yourself. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself. Get fired up about yourself. Get in the mirror and just read affirmations to yourself in the mirror. Look yourself alive in the eye, and then walk everything that you say into reality. Everything you can bring into reality with your hands, do it. Everything you can walk into reality with your walk it. Anything you can think into reality with your mind, bring it.
Yes. That is what's needed. That's real talk. That's the realest shit I've heard today. Real talk.
Oh, that's
That's
right. It
so
is Sunday, ain't it?
yeah, but I'm telling you, that's real. Um,
Yes,
the last segment of our News You Use podcast is dropping some gems for aspiring business owners, um or even business owners that are in play right now. What would 2 things, what would you tell them?
um, I would say invest in your dreams and fantasies, or all the things that seem far fetched. Or go ahead. It's time to make plans for those things now. If the idea is for a villa in Jamaica, if it's for a retirement home in Aruba, triple
Oh, I lost you for a minute.
Last thing you heard me say.
If it's a trip around the world, or if you go want to get a retire in Aruba.
Right. If you whatever it is, sit on and do it, because there's a lot of astrological alignment taking place. I don't want to get controversial here, but I understand plant medicine, and there's a lot of plant medicine being utilized out here. And yes, marijuana is a plant medicine, and although people are abusing it in some senses, what I'm trying to get at is that all of these things that we're doing are all things that we're doing to get closer to our goals, dreams, and objectives. So I'm just saying, be intentional. Right now, I think a lot of people suffer from IDD, intentional deficit disorder, but I'm saying heal yourself of that. Be intentional with everything you do. Be very serious about your actions and your moves, and just take yourself serious, aka make vows to yourself, marry yourself. Get used to the idea that not being protective of yourself or not doing what you need to do in these upcoming times, it's gonna cost you. Ignorance will cost you in the upcoming days. I also end by saying, start by learning how to intermittently fast, but more importantly, gather your wits about how important it is to fast, because it's going to be very important for you to understand that you're not hurting yourself or hurting your body by abstaining from eating the garbage, from eating out of the garbage. Take your time, learn how to plant foods, learn how to forage and find out what's edible in your surroundings and everything. Because, like I said, I am not a prognosticator of doom, I'm a prognosticator of resilience. And the only people who are going to thrive in the upcoming um, turmoil slash quickening slash cleansing and purging of the planet is going to be people who have enough calm to recognize that this beautiful planet that we are, it grows food everywhere around you. You got to recognize what that is and go natural by getting in tuned, and just hang in there. Don't give up, because we're about to experience some stuff, French air. This is it. This is it's going down. This year is going to be a very, very critical year for people, man. Everybody hanging. And this summer is going to be rocky road ice cream.
Mm. All right, all right, all right. Lastly, I appreciate you for being on the show, first of all, but I want to ask you, how do we connect with you? How do we book you for retreats? How do we buy jewelry? Well, you told us the stores, but tell us how we can, buy your wearable art and your clothes. Just how do we connect with you for to support you? Oh, I can't hear you.
Find the retail items that I produce at Naps Hair Salon. You can find some of it at Afro Blue, both in St. Louis. I said you can find those things at the things that I sell at Naps Hair Salon. You can find them at Afro Blue. These are both in St. Louis, 1224 Washington Avenue. You can call me directly at 504-607-3970. You can email a brother at babakenamen at iCloud.com. That's babakenamen, BABAKENAMEN at iCloud.com.
You can catch me on Facebook at man. Ken.Amen. Yeah, those are my attributes. I say information. You can also get information about our Hot Springs retreat by going to the IG account of Medina the Artist, Madina the Artist, Medina the Artist. That's my business partner, Nori Medina.
From there, I think you're good to go. And once again, I want to thank you, sister, for having me. I appreciate your highlighting these individual businesses. I'm willing to come on to your show anytime you need me to come again. Much congratulations and success
to you in your growth and development as a podcaster, and just a bona fide soul sister. Love you to the bone, man.
Love you too, babakenamen. You are the best. I've been just grateful to have you as a friend and as Baba, and just grateful that we connected and crossed paths. Um, Definitely going to connect with you offline to strengthen my path to peace, and very grateful that we finally I've been talking about getting you on the podcast probably since I met you. So I'm so grateful we were able to finally get it done. And oh my God, you dropped so many gems. I can't wait to I'm gonna be listening to this before I even like put it out there. I'm gonna have to listen to this again. It was so deep. I need to take notes. It was just so much to meditate on. And so I'm really grateful that the audience is going to be able to partake of this time we had with each other. So I'm just going to close with saying thank you for coming on to a News You Can Use podcast.
Ashe, thank you for having me, sister. And I wish you goddess speed in all your endeavors. And to the listeners out there, everybody, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, imagine what you see for yourself, open your eyes, use your hands, your feet, and your human body to go and step into it, y'all. Create our vision in detail 19 times and watch as it moves from our mind to this realm.
Ashe. And so thank you all for tuning in to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast. Do connect with babakenamen with his businesses, and tap in and tap into the sponsors, Spotify, and also Omni, your balance radiation balancer. Get you one, get yourself balanced, and make sure you just continue to purchase my books. Get the books. Mommy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me Anymore? It's in English and Spanish. Mommy, Papi, y todavía. I don't speak Spanish very well, but anyhow, Mommy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me Anymore? In English and Spanish is available on Amazon as Kindle and in the paperback version. Also cop the book Gold Nuggets for Entrepreneurs, Lessons That Change Your Life, available in English and in the Asian Pacific edition as well. Cop the book Finding Joy in the Journey, Volume 2, Healthy Ways of Finding Joy During Difficult Times. You can get signed copies. Just reach out to me. Let's connect and continue this conversation on Instagram at Frenchaire_Gardner. And I am just so grateful that y'all were here to witness this interview. And peace and blessings.
Check this out. Yo, them beats is poppin'. Check this out. St. Louis' very own hit record release. Love Song. By JCD, rap artist. Check this out. If they ain't paying, I ain't staying. If they ain't spending, I ain't. From MIDT Records, B&B Productions. Pick it up at your local neighborhood store.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast, where we promote BIPOC business owners and artists from across the diaspora. We don't get the proper shine that we deserve, but on this platform, we get to tell our own narratives, share their fascinating business stories, tell how they impact their communities, and give valuable advice for businesses. Leave us a review wherever you are tuning in. Follow, hit the bell, subscribe, rate the podcast wherever you're listening so that you'll get notified when the next episode drops. Please leave us feedback on our Instagram page at Frenchaire_Gardner, FRENCHAIRE_GARDNER. Leave us a review wherever you are tuning in. Support this podcast with a small monthly contribution to help sustain future episodes. Cashapp $BEANDUSLLC, BEANDUSLLC, or PayPal.me/Frenchaire, FRENCHAIRE, or buy me a coffee, BUYMEA coffee, COFFEE.com/Frenchaire, FRENCHAIRE. Do support my writing journey by buying a signed copy of the physical books or getting the ebook or audiobook. That's Mommy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me Anymore? Available on Amazon or my website. Signed copies on my website. Finding Joy in the Journey Volume 2, available on my website for signed copies. Gold Nuggets for Entrepreneurs. Lessons that change your life, available on my website or Amazon.com. The ebook is available for The Strategy in Struggle, is available on different platforms because it's an ebook. Mommy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me Anymore? The first edition is available only in ebook on Amazon. And lastly, the audiobooks are available on my website for the single say Struggle, The Struggle Continues, and also the second edition of Mommy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me Anymore? They're available on our website, bit.ly/F as in Friday, RENCHY BOOKS. And I'd also like your support and you purchasing my fresh original abstract painting design collection on Threadless. Go to FrenchiesWonders.threadless.com. Thank you.
Free your mind while it's time. What's up with that? I got one thing on my mind. Revolution. Yo, that's Pharaoh Jerome. Please make me die 1,000 deaths in a day, and then I won't jump in the front while you put it down for the new time. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Shalom, shalom. Hotel. Yeah, MIDT Records. B&B Productions. Rhythmic sign. Love to rap. Yo, check it out. At all your local neighborhood stores.
BEANDUSLLC. Hip hop with DJ Ben.
So you've been enjoying the beats by the host, Frenchaire-Gardner. And the other musicians who have submitted their music to a News You Can Use podcast. Your music can be played on the podcast too. Globally streamed. Come on now. Email us your MP3 WAV files. Only criteria that you either black or brown and that your music is positive. Because on the News You Can Use podcast, we promote positivity and vibrating on a high frequency. And so, send in your music. I'll play it. And it'll be fun hearing your podcast. I mean, you're hearing your song played on Spotify and iHeartRadio and Pandora and Audible and iBooks and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Stitcher. And there's over 30 countries besides the United States are streaming a News You Can Use podcast. So I'm just grateful for you. I'm grateful for all the musicians who sent us music and gave us permission to play their music on our podcast and platform. So send us your music. I'll put the email in the show notes. You can always reach out to us on Instagram on our B and Us LLC page. That's, the @ B as in beautiful, E as in excellent, A as in and, D as in dance, U as in umbrella, S as in sing, L as in light, L as in love, C as in if you're scared, go to church. We don't own the music played on a News You Can Use podcast, but we do have permissions from Common Folk, the Beatitudes, B&B Productions, and MIDT Records. What up, Tony and Terry? This is Brand New Day from Common Folk.
Times in your life when nothing else matters but your happiness and pursuing your dreams. There will come a time when you must decide your own destiny. Whatever you desire and whatever you need, it's all inside of you. Yes. You just got to believe. You have no boundaries. Oh no, no lack of potential. You only need to try. Now don't you let no one with lack of ambition, don't let them bring you down. No, no. You got to move on, yeah. For you're in control of you, yeah. You hold your own future. Don't let your soul die. Don't let your soul die. Just look at the people for whom you look up to. They would not let nothing stand in the way. And if it had not been for their will and dying, where would we be today? Where would we be today? So when life says you test and your trials, don't let them get you down. Stand firm and say, I may be down right now. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Tomorrow is a brand new day.
This song got me through a lot of dark days. I'm very grateful for you, Tony and Terry. Yoda 2018. Get your music produced by Yoda. Check them out live in Dallas, Texas, the Beatitudes, wherever you can hear the Beatitudes. Support Terry by buying your tickets to every Ricky Smiley show. Peace and blessings.